everybody. Charlie Stevens here. Thank you so much for joining me for another guitar lesson. Okay, today we're going to learn the G chord, a very basic beginning way to play the G chord where we only need one finger. Similar to the easy C chord we've learned about. That one needed 3 strings. This one needs 4 strings. Now that we've learned about the 4th string, the D string, we can start strumming chords that have 4 strings in them, okay? So this is sort of a beginner one. We will work up to a full G chord here as well, but if we just do the top half of it, and we look at what's happening on the first 4 strings here, strings 1, 2, 3, and 4, E, B, G, and D, we can get a really nice chord to just strumming those notes. Okay, so really all I have to do is play the note G that we learned about when we learned of the notes on our first string. We learned that G was here on the 3rd fret, so I need to squeeze that down. All these other ones I can play open. Open 4th string, open D, open 3rd string, open G, open 2nd string, the open B, and then on the high E string, the 1st string, that's not going to be played as an E note. That's going to be fretted up here at the 3rd fret, and that's how you do a G. Okay? Pretty cool way to do a G. Okay? Just needs one finger, the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, and you're playing a G. Easy as that. Okay, so here's a bonus chord we can learn today as well. The G7 chord. Okay, so that one all we have to do is put our 1st finger down on the 1st fret of the 1st string. 1st finger, 1st fret, 1st string. Easy to remember, huh? Okay, so that's G7. And we're not really diving into why that's G7, but that's the note F, right? And that note is 7 letters away from G if we count through our alphabet. G, A, B, C, D, E, F. F is 7 letters away, so adding that note to our G makes it a G7. But we'll talk about triad construction and then 7th chord construction, which is what this is called. Since it has the 7 note, we have 4 notes in this chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are all different notes. Okay? So G7 is a very cool sounding chord. Almost like a little bit dissonant, but like in a good way. A good dissonance that leads us into more consonants. Okay? So that's it. That's the G chord. You just take one finger here, the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, and you strum these 4 strings, not low E and not the 5th string A, but just the other 4. This chord is called C on the ukulele. The ukulele only has 4 strings, so a lot of the 4-string chord versions that we learn on guitar can be directly applied to ukulele. They actually have different names because the tuning is a little bit different. It's tuned to different pitches, but most of the relationships are the same, so the shapes end up being the same. So that's okay. We'll talk about that at another point perhaps too. But for now, I just want you to know that's how you play G with one finger, an easy G version, and this is how you play G7. Okay? Then you can move on and review the C we learned last time. Oh, I'm not supposed to play that D string in there. Kind of sounds cool though. But that's not supposed to be in there. We're supposed to only play 3 strings when we do that one, right? So we have 4 on this one, 4 again, and then only 3 for C. Alright, cool. Well, that's the G and the G7 chord in our easy 1-finger versions of those. And we'll learn we'll learn tons of different ways to play those chords eventually. But for now, let's start here, okay? Alright, well thank you so much for watching that lesson on the G chord. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks a lot.